You're going now, you're going now, you're going now. Get out my life, you're going now, you're going now. Get out my life, you're going now.
Ryan, Luca, welcome to your music house here in Spain. Please, guys from WEBB, welcome to La Zona Eléctrica.
Thank you so much, man. I can't thank you enough for all your support. How are you guys doing?
We are spending one of the most hot summers in decades. So anyway, we are happy to be with you this afternoon. We are happy and excited to have the opportunity to chat with you again, and with you, Luca, for first time. And I want to say the first congratulations for this album we have on our hands. This album called Deadly Sins and Virtues. An awesome and amazing album you can find here on the official website from WEBB. So, dear listener, you can only have to make a click to have all the networks, social network, and to access the web's official shop. So, Ryan, Luca, for me, we don't have another opportunity to have a good first impression for you. So I think we are getting with the questions because we have been discovering this album single by single during the last I don't know. Maybe 2 years since you begin to release single by single. I remember with so much love that single called Hate, the premiere here in La Zona Eléctrica, and that single, that first song, was the issue of curiosity for us. 9 songs we can find in this album. These 9 songs are all the songs you wanted to record in this album. You have the band have created music only for 9 songs, or there are still more songs from WEBB lockdown that you did not prefer to release in this album. So please let me translate because I begin to speak in English to translate to the listeners. Queridos oyentes, que ya he cogido la carrerilla y en vez de hacer las preguntas primero en castellano, pues las he empezado en inglés. Y después del saludo de rigor de la bienvenida de vuelta de WEBB aquí a lo que es su casa musical, a la Zona Eléctrica, después de tanto tiempo que hemos estado hablando con ellos y como ya no tenemos una tercera oportunidad de causar una buena impresión, nos vamos a meter directamente en la harina. Y estaba comentando que tenemos entre manos este álbum que en weboficial.com, que tenéis aquí abajo el link, podéis acceder a su tienda oficial, también a las redes sociales de la banda. Empezaba por preguntarle, 9 canciones que tenemos dentro de este álbum, 9 canciones que han empezado a presentar desde hace pues, casi 2 años que lanzaron aquel single Hate, que hicieron la premiera aquí en la Zona Eléctrica, y yo le preguntaba si habían escrito solo 9 canciones para este disco, o tienen más canciones guardadas en el cajón. So please, Ryan, Luca, only 9 songs written for this album, or there's songs that didn't see the light in this occasion?
So, well, do you want me to take over, Luca?
Right. Nice.
So, of course, when during the writing process, man, there's always gonna be, a lot of songs, but Deadly Sins and Virtues was eventually, it's like we started off as a concept album, and the idea started way before we even wrote the first song. I would say, Sony came up with the idea, and basically, I'm more of a guy who don't like to have everything by the book, not have it even. So we could have had 10 songs. No, let's have 9. Confuse everyone, right? So it's one of those things. There's, as every band, I would say, right, there's always gonna be extra stuff that's been put behind. As for me, I come up with most of the riffs. So if a riff is very, what do you call, appealing on that day, that will be the song for the day. And it takes over from there, and the writing process from then on is quite fast. I think the way WEBB works is, if I come up with a riff, I come up with a whole song, very rough demo, send it to my drummer Nigel, and then I get Luca to have a listen, because I don't do the bass anymore. And so everything is done within that moment. And we kind of share a lot of ideas via WhatsApp or emails, and, back and forth, ideas being crossed over. So 9 tracks for sure. We decided, why not? Let's just stick to 9 tracks. It just felt right. We could have had another one more, but thought, why not just stick to 9? Maybe the next album will be 11 songs. You never know.
So please let me translate. Claro, la pregunta, ¿por qué nueve canciones cuando no son ni el número de pecados ni el número de virtudes? Pues un poco por descolocar, llegaron a la idea de decir, bueno, pues hacemos nueve canciones no es que tuviesen muchas más canciones guardadas, sino que en este disco el proceso de composición fue muy rápido, en cuanto a que Ryan llegaba con una primera y tosca idea con un riff y con una melodía muy básica que rápidamente la pasaba a Nigel, el batería, y luego también a Luca, el bajista, para a partir de ahí pues empezar a hacer la composición básica de la canción. Y desde esas primeras ideas, desde esos primeros bocetos hasta que se terminaba la canción, era todo muy rápido, muy rápido. Tenían muchísima comunicación a través de WhatsApp, email y demás, para enviarse, pues eso, las demos, las ideas, y la verdad es que fue todo muy rápido. La parte compositiva de Sonia, en el momento que ya se tenía esa letra, el buscar la música adecuada, pues la verdad es que resultaba muy fácil. No salían con la idea tampoco de decir, oye, ¿cuál es el número de canciones que vamos a incluir dentro de este álbum? Puede que el próximo álbum tenga 11 canciones, pero en el momento en que decidieron que era un buen número 9 para este disco, pues fue cuando decidieron lanzarlo, Ricardo.
Bueno, pues yo antes nada, decir que me complace en gran medida volver a saludar a Ryan y conocer a Luca, puesto que yo considero que WEBB son una de las grandes bandas que están ahí agazapadas a la espera de tener el éxito a su alcance y de poder echarle la zarpa. ¿Quieres traducir esto o sigo ya con la pregunta?
Tira con la pregunta.
Perfecto. Bueno, pues la pregunta es muy sencilla. ¿Qué es lo que se ve cuando se mira a las espaldas y se ven 7 años que han pasado?
Well, Ricardo's first question, Luca, I must to say that Ricardo's questions are longer than Manuel's question. Ricardo's want to know in first time when you look back 7 years ago, what do you see and what do you see right now?
Wow, 7 years ago. In general, generally speaking, or just musically?
Well, yeah. Generally speaking, Ricardo's meaning about the band. If I'm not wrong, 7 years ago you didn't on the band. So Ricardo's question is about the first work from WEBB, and what do you see right now when you look back? What's the impression? What's the your how do you see this first album, this first work with the point of view of right now in 2023?
If I have to look back at 7 years ago, probably Ryan is the best person to answer the question because I joined the band about a couple of years ago.
A
was
years,
during
okay.
lockdown. So I can tell you my impression, but nobody wants to hear that. So probably we'll let Ryan answer.
Trust me, man. Everybody wants to hear what the bass player has to say.
Yeah, but I don't have enough of. I know what has been written, but obviously, if you want more in depth of an answer of how WEBB was 7 years ago, Ryan would be the man to answer that question.
So I'm gonna lay it down, man. I think Kogma, a few years ago when you guys had a chat, we had the same chat. Pretty much was 2 or 3 years ago when Disenchanted was out, and well, I think going back, it was always an experiment trying to write, heavy music because that's where my heart was, writing heavy music. So yeah, thinking back, it's like, knowing how the whole mindset would be like, say, 7 years from back then to now. I think I kind of getting the go ahead from Sonia saying, write what you feel happy about. So the happy place for me is writing something that makes me smile. If I finish writing a piece of music, it's like, okay, this makes me feel good, then it feels right. So yeah, thinking back 7 years, it started off quite basic, just trying or learning how to write music, and Stop the World was, if you listen to the album, it's like a wide genre of different music there. And towards the end, there's a little bit of an element to showing that, okay, I like to write heavier stuff. So even though it was mild, Immortal is the last track on Stop the World, and it shows that it's mellow, but it gets heavier. And that is basically the transition from that to the Disenchanted, which got a little bit more heavier, but it's not as heavy as I thought it would be. But Deadly Sins and Virtues currently is like the WEBB sound, and it's gonna get even more, what do you call, technical or progressive or aggressive, you want to say, because I think right now we have this chemistry between Luca and our drummer Nigel. We have a good writing chemistry, and I think we kind of feed off each other. Kind of, we know exactly. Well, I know when I write stuff, I know what Nigel is gonna. He'll literally flip all my beats upside down. So it's one of those interesting things. And then we get into rehearsals after we finish writing 3 or 4 songs, but we don't rehearse. Just if I write just write one song, we just don't go and rehearse just one song. we kind of work on it individually. We get like 3-4 songs into a good place, and then go and rehearse and might kind of tune it a bit more, refine it a bit more. So I like, I think the old mentality of 4 of us, I would have to include Sonia in here, because without the lyricist, I'll be doing blah, blah, blah and na, na, na for every song. So everything inspires of every, 4 brains inspire each other in a way. And I think we found this kind of loop that kind of revolves round and round, and we know what the other person is going to be bringing to the whole track, if you know what I mean.
Well, thank you, Ryan. I think this was Ricardo's short question in his life, and you give us this answer. So please let me translate.
Man, I can't stop talking once you start.
Yeah,
Once you get started.
I know. I think that you and I, in another life, we were brothers, because we have the same DNA. Empiezo por el final, que decía que para la que podría haber sido la pregunta más corta de Ricardo en su vida, llega Ryan y me regala esta respuesta. Pues claro, por un lado, Lucas nos comentaba que hace 7 años pues no formaba parte de la banda, hace un par de años más o menos que forma parte de WEBB. Al igual que Nigel, que hace pues eso, relativamente poco que forma parte de la banda. ¿Cómo se mira uno 7 años atrás? La verdad es que ha estado haciendo un repaso single a single de todos los lanzamientos que había hecho WEBB como banda, de cómo ese primer proyecto era un proyecto mucho más heavy, mucho más metal, y cómo ha ido un poco evolucionando, ¿no? Es decir, buscando dónde poner cada uno de los pasos. Yo creo que como un niño pequeño, ¿no? Que empieza a andar, que primero titubea, se tambalea, hasta que ya coge la estabilidad. En uno de esos momentos, pues Sonia le preguntaba, ¿no? ¿A ti qué es lo que te hace feliz? Y claro, él respondía, dice, esto realmente es lo que me hace feliz. Y escribieron canciones, pues un poco relacionadas con eso, ¿no? Con lo que a uno le hace sentir bien. Y luego ya fueron viniendo otras canciones más reales, más crudas. El sonido de la banda ha ido evolucionando. Esto es cosa mía, pero vamos, dentro de un aspecto quizás más perfeccionista, ¿no? No es que los primeros trabajos no lo fuesen, pero sí que se nota cuando una banda trata de buscar un poco más su sonido, un sonido más refinado. Un sonido al que se ha alcanzado y ha llegado la banda. Pues en el momento en que ya están los 3 componentes, cuando se meten en la sala de ensayos, cuando empiezan a tocar, y ellos cuando empiezan a tocar no solo tocan no solo entran con la idea de tocar o de componer una sola canción, empiezan y hay a lo mejor algún riff que no encaja, lo guardan para otro, y en una sesión de ensayos pueden sacar incluso 3, 4 canciones. Y también destaca Ryan, a pesar de que nos decía que Luca y Nigel llevan un par de años en la banda, la química que hay entre ellos, que es algo que destaca por encima de todo, ¿no? Como los 4 componentes de la banda, porque aquí también incluye a Sonia, porque ella es la letrista de la banda, y la que también aporta sus bla bla blas, ¿no? En los ensayos y demás. Pero como al final, pues eso, como los diferentes cerebros se interconectan para que al final el resultado de ellos sean pues canciones como como la que estamos, como las que podemos escuchar en este disco. A mí me gustaría hacer, Ricardo, si me permites, una pregunta a Luca, porque no siempre tenemos la oportunidad, últimamente sí, hay que decirlo, que sí tenemos oportunidad de charlar con muchos músicos no habituales, con baterías, bajistas y demás. Y a mí me gustaría preguntarle a Luca, ¿qué le ha aportado WEBB que como músico que no había encontrado hasta el momento? Y también un poco dos preguntas frikis que quería hacerle sobre el bajo y también sobre algo muy concreto de una canción del disco respecto a su trabajo. Luca, Ryan, Luca, this question is for you. We usually don't have the opportunity to chat with the uh, musicians, not out of the singers or the guitarists. For me, the most important thing in a rock band is the rhythm bass, so drums and the bass in this case. I want to know what has WEBB brought to you as a musician that you hadn't encountered before?
Question. I working with Ryan and Nigel and the Sony. I think it's, as a musician, it's probably that what I always aimed is to play with people that first of all you can have you can have a great chemistry with, and you get on well as a humans. They're nice people, and also as musically as well. But I think I feel very lucky because working with these guys has just been very it's been very sort of is almost like a lesson for me. I've been learning every day that we're in the studio or I receive some material or we are in a venue playing a gig. It's just I had so much to learn from these guys. They're very professional, great musicians, and the great things that we kind of have, that all of us, we kind of have a different background musically as well. So linking that different music ideas and different music background into an element based like WEBB, I think it's been, I don't know, one of these combinations that tend to be sort of, they works effortlessly, if you know what I mean. Despite, if you take the four of us as elements, background music and everything, you put them together and it just work like a very well-oiled machine. And so that's, for me, it's been just a massive learning curve, and an exciting journey.
Please let me translate because I have another question for you. A lo que le preguntaba, es decir, ¿qué te aporta WEBB que no has encontrado en bandas o en otros proyectos? Pues por un lado, la química que hay entre todos los componentes, que muchas veces pues quizás no es sencillo encontrar. También que son buenas personas. Eso es muy importante. Ese aporte distinto que él puede dar tanto en un estudio como en un directo. La suerte que él dice que ha encontrado, ¿no? Al formar parte de de este conjunto, de este grupo, y cómo puede aportar ese background especial al conjunto, ¿no? Es decir, cómo destaca una vez más la química que hay entre los componentes de la banda hace que al final Webb, todo el conjunto en sí, funcione como una máquina perfectamente engrasada. Y yo creo que fue esta frase en la que los dos han asentido a la vez, creo que la utilizan en más de una ocasión, ¿no? Es decir, el término de máquina perfectamente engrasada. Me voy a atrever a hacer una pregunta corta antes de poner una canción. En Luca, a short question. For me, the question. I don't know the answer to you. Tell us a little bit about the bass guitar that you use. How many strings it has? Do you use pick for playing, or you are a bassist that use only the fingers?
The bass guitar that I use is a Sandberg, California. It's active bass,
Yeah.
and it has a double humbucker pickup and a single one as well. And it's a great instrument. It's like a jazz, a Fender jazz bass, but a little bit more mean, a little bit more growly than a jazz bass. Being active and all of that. Strings always four. I play four strings, yes. And yes, I do play with a pick. I play mainly with a pick. I don't think I could follow what Ryan does in the guitar with my fingers. That would be
One day, man. One day.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe I'll have to go Steve Harris style, but I'll try that.
So thank you. Please let me translate. Voy a empezar por este último, que si no se me olvida. Que dice que utiliza púa porque con los dedos dice que sería incapaz de seguir el ritmo de Ryan, que necesitaría un ritmo estilo Steve Harris para llegar al punto de velocidad de Ryan. Ryan le decía, algún día llegarás, como si fuese Yoda, joven Padawan. Y que es un bajo activo estilo ha dicho la marca, el modelo California, así que me he quedado con la marca no, pero que es estilo a los bajos jazz de Fender, un bajo de 4 cuerdas activo, creo que ha dicho de 2 pastillas, y que es un bajo, un instrumento cómodo para él. Lo único es el tema de la velocidad para seguir a Ryan, que claro, sí que es cierto que hay canciones en las que parece que va a destrozar la guitarra. So guys, we have more questions to make to you. I have even a question to make to Sonia. We are doing it later. So if you don't mind, I would like to share with our listeners, with the people. I must be honest with you, and since concrete beds, you have so hard, so difficult to make a song better than concrete beds. For me, and honestly, I must say that in this album, in these Deadly Sins and Virtues, I don't know if there's a song better than Concrete Beds, but it's on the top 3 of the songs from WEBB. For me, an amazing song from this album is the next song I want to share with the people. We are listening a little bit of the music, and if you don't mind, we connect again with the same link. I must say that the song I'm playing right now is called "Spread Your Wings." Le decía a los chicos de WEBB que desde Concrete Beds, que para mí hasta ese momento era la mejor canción de la banda, se me antojaba complicado que llegasen a escribir, componer una canción mejor que esa. Y como la verdad es complicado el poner en un baremo cuál canción es buena y cuál mejor, tengo que decir que dentro de este álbum hay canciones que están al menos al nivel de Concrete Beds, o al menos están dentro del top 3 de las canciones de WEBB. So guys, sorry for speaking over the song. As I said before, for me this song Spread Your Wings is on the top 3 of the songs from WEBB. A song that speaks about honesty, and I would like to know your personal point of view with these songs. So Luca and Ryan, what does these songs transmit to you on a personal level?
Wow. Shall I call Sony for that? Since she's the lyricist.
No, but
she's going to be listening to this thing. What the hell am I going to say? But anyhow...
You can answer too.
For when we Sony was writing, it's about I think it's basically telling people to go, you know, I don't want to sound rude on the interview. It's very big. It's in a polite way to tell people to spread your wings and fly away rather than the wrong word, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I could say the wrong word, but I don't want to swear on here. So I think you get the whole picture from just the title. Say, spread your wings and just fly away. But other than that, what more can I say about it? It just, if you can't be honest, you know, then spread your wings and fly away, or just F off. There you go. I had to say it. What do you think, Luca? For you, when you listen to it, what do you think?
I do think, yes, it's obviously they just nailed it there. There's not much else to add. I think we've got it's a good song just to remind us that, you know, just to get to know, you know, to avoid and just to tell people to spread their wings when they've been toxic and they've been make your life miserable and we've been dishonest. And so I'll see it as a polite way to say F off. Spread your wings, man.
Luca did a better job there. He's probably good at explaining.
Well, if you don't mind, in Spanish I'm saying the right words you don't want to say in English. Le preguntaba sobre esta canción, sobre Spread Your Wings, que es pues eso, la metáfora, ¿no? De extiende tus alas. Y esta canción, que es el corte número 2 del álbum, puedes escuchar en el álbum. Extiende tus alas y vuela, lleva tus mentiras fuera de aquí. En esta canción han querido ser lo más políticamente correctos posibles, por no decir a toda esa gente que no es honesta, que miente y demás, que extienda sus alas. Ellos dicen pues eso, que extiendan sus alas y vuelen lejos, por no decir que se jodan o que se vayan a la mierda, que era lo que realmente querían utilizar, pero ninguno de ellos ha querido ser grosero en esta ocasión, lo cual agradezco, pero el verdadero mensaje está ahí. Y es que es una melodía que incluso pues para la gente que no, que pues eso, que los que no sabemos la traducción, que tengamos que ir a DeepL o lo que sea para buscarlo, es una melodía, es un ritmo de canción que es flipante, y para mí me atrevería a decir que todas las del álbum es de las mejorcitas. Ricardo, por favor.
Bueno, yo antes de seguir con las preguntas, indudablemente tengo que dar mi parecer de este disco. Tengo que hacer una pequeña review de este disco que tienen ellos por ahí en el chat. Se la he dejado en el chat, pueden leerla mientras yo voy leyéndola en castellano.
Pues un segundito que se lo digo. Ryan, Luca, Ricardo's review of the album is on the chat. I don't know if you can read it.
Oh man, I'm rubbish at socials.
So,
I don't do social. Yeah.
So
anyhow, let me go and try and find it.
Anyway, I can send it by email later. It's a little bit long. You can read it. He's saying in Spanish, if you don't mind. Ricardo, cuando quieras.
Bueno, pues voy allá. No pude resistirme a romper el plástico que envolvía Deadly Sins and Virtues, casi en el mismo instante en que me lo entregó el mensajero. Al abrir la caja de cartón me di cuenta de que era como una crisálida con forma de promesa que buscaba la metamorfosis que transforma el deseo en placer. ¿Recuerdas aquella sensación cuando en la mañana de Navidad esperabas que uno de los paquetes escondiera lo que estabas esperando desde hacía tanto tiempo? Quitabas el papel de regalo con delicadeza, como si quisieras conservarlo para que, una vez abierto, pudieras devolverlo a su estado original y poder guardar de nuevo esa sensación que convertía angustia en felicidad y volver a sentirlo 1000 veces más. Terminando de despojar la piel que recubre la carpeta, me doy cuenta de que premoniza la personalidad de la banda. Una maravillosa sobriedad y crudeza, sin adornos que distraigan mi mirada de ese símbolo que engulle toda la atención. Solo el hecho de querer conocer lo que vive dentro de ese CD me convence para interrumpir su letargo y hacerlo girar. Conocía de antemano ese primer tema, You Are Going Down, y pese a ello me golpea por sorpresa y me convence de que este tema han comprimido la energía y la fuerza que el tiempo les ha otorgado en todos estos años. Y no es más que un anticipo de lo que abunda en este trabajo. Pese a esto, cada tema destila elegancia en sus composiciones y la voz de Ryan se disuelve en la épica que el tiempo suele guardar con celo, para perderse, ahogarse entre los instrumentos que lo acompañan, como requiem a las plegarias que se convierten en el estribillo que se clava en tu consciente una y otra vez. Y todo se desvanece a tu alrededor para que surja algo nuevo, porque sus canciones no desaparecen. Dejan nacer otras melodías que vuelven a cautivarte y a golpearte con dureza, con pasión, con lujuria y con avaricia. No quiero contarte secretos que sigo encontrando en estas 9 canciones. Y en vez de buscar palabras que en ocasiones no se encuentran en los diccionarios, quisiera arrancar las emociones que siento cada vez que escucho este majestuoso disco para mostrártelas y transmitirte de alguna forma lo que se siente al introducirte en este laberinto de sensaciones que WEBB ha convertido en título, Deadly Sins and Virtues. This is my review. Es lo que pienso de este disco que bueno, le enviaremos la review para que la vean a través de mail.
This is Ricardo's review. Is what he feels when he felt when he was listening and he was even waiting for the courier, no, to give the package. Anyway, it's on the on Facebook comments. We will send it that personal feeling and that personal review from Ricardo of this album. We've been listening many singles since a few months or such years ago. The last one, You're Going Down. You're Going Down. We can see on your YouTube channel a video. I think that in another single, please, I forget it. Recuerdo cuál era la otra canción de WEBB donde habían en YouTube habían colgado el vídeo con hecho por amigos de la banda.
Hate.
I think in Hate it happens too. A video made by friends from the band. Watching this video, do you have any surprises like that prepared for the live shows? Will be friends from the band on your next live shows?
Well, that would be a cool thing to do, man. I think it depends on if, we have the same bands on at the same gig. So it's quite a tricky thing. It's something that we quickly decided that we would do just for fun, just to get everyone involved. When you release a single, it's like anything that to promote a band or a single is one of those things. Sonny thought, okay, let's see if we can get a few cool singers to join in with this single. And that was just a spare of the moment that we decided. And it just happened yet again. Everything with WEBB everything happens very quickly. It's like we decide and immediately it's on socials, getting in touch with all these awesome musicians, and they say yes, and basically sending the track over. They send us the videos. Even all that happened within few days, and I went on my Mac, put it all together, and but for future ones, I don't know. It's like one of the things, you've done it once, you don't want to do it again. But for a live situation, you never know. If there is one or two of those singers that's on the video happen to be at the same gig, I may ask them, say, do you want to come in and join? Which will be cool because if I can get away with not singing, I will do that. Because, singing is just a weird thing for me. And if there is another better singer in the crowd, I might as well get him or her on stage.
Okay, let me translate. Claro, le preguntaba sobre estos vídeos que lanzan junto con otros vocalistas amigos que hacen ese video cover, digamos, lo podéis ver en su canal de YouTube. Él decía, yo le preguntaba si habría sorpresa en los directos, ¿no? Es decir, que con amigos y demás. Me decía que estaría muy bien, que lo único que es lo que ocurre siempre, ¿no? Que es complicado que coincidan en el mismo bolo pues los diferentes vocalistas de estas bandas que han colaborado en los videoclips. Muchas de las cosas que suceden en web suceden muy rápido, ¿no? Es aquí te pillo, aquí te mato. Es decir, lanzan el vídeo, reciben la propuesta y 3, 4, 5 vocalistas pues le lanzan, le envían sus vídeos con el cover de la banda, lo graban, lo montan y lo lanzan. Entonces, muchas veces el preparar actuaciones de este estilo es complicado por eso, ¿no? Por el tema de cuadrar agendas, mismas bandas, mismo lugar, no es muchas veces sencillo, ¿no? Y claro, que estaría muy bien, sí, que lo tienen en mente, también que... En definitiva, que si se dan todos los factores para que eso suceda, sucederá, pero que es algo que estaría muy bien, algo que según ellos comentaban sería fantástico, Ricardo.
Yo tengo una pregunta también para Luca, para el bajo de Luca, y es que posiblemente me equivoque, seguro que lo haré, pero yo he notado en el tiempo en el que lleva dentro de la banda de WEBB que ese bajo ha cambiado. No sé realmente en qué, pero sí que he notado que el bajo, que es un instrumento que más influencias arrastra, él ha conseguido que crear una personalidad propia. Y ha sido en este tiempo el cambio en el bajo, ¿ha sido una evolución o ha sido una influencia que ha hecho cambiar el sonido de este bajo?
Luca, you are lucky. Ricardo's question next. Ricardo's question is for you. I was translating to don't make a mistake. Has your way to play changed since you have been in the band in WEBB? Have you created another personality in this time? Another music personality in this time?
Yeah, it's definitely. My playing is evolving all the time, and I can link my answer to what I said earlier. The way how being in web affected me is that I'm learning hugely from these guys. So, as a consequence, my way of playing also is changing, is evolving. Which is a great thing. I like to learn and pick from different style of music or from different playing and keep evolving my style of playing. And now definitely when I'm with web, the way how I react to what Ryan and Nigel play is definitely sort of evolve. It's making my style of playing changing. So is evolving, is changing, is sort of, that's the way how I like to, and that's the way how I like to be to interpret music and what is the beauty of the music. No, you're playing with other people. If you're lucky enough to be able to play with other people, is the way you react of other people playing, and then the way you react, it will affect you're playing as well. So my short answer is yes, definitely. My bass playing has changed and evolved.
Pues más que cambiar, Ricardo, en lo que hace hincapié Luca es en la evolución. Ha evolucionado su sonido.
Sí.
Desde que más que eso, más que un cambio de personalidad, es decir, ha sido el unirse con ellos lo que más destaca, es decir, el sonido que saca del instrumento, dice que no es muy distinto, solo que quizá la forma de tocar, la forma de interpretar, de cómo con Ryan y con Nigel, esa suerte que tiene a la hora de poder compartir música con ellos, quizás hace que su sonido haya evolucionado más que haber cambiado. Entonces ahí estaba un poco la respuesta de Luca. Y a mí me gustaría hacer una pregunta políticamente incorrecta, porque esto es la zona eléctrica y somos así. A mí me gustaría hacer referencia a una banda a la cual yo tengo mucho cariño desde que era pequeño. Es una de mis bandas fetiche, digamos. Es un grupo que fue conocido, fue lanzado a todo el mundo gracias a una canción compuesta para la banda sonora de la película El Club de los Cinco. Pero curiosamente, esa canción no fue escrita por ninguno de los componentes de la banda. Yo quiero preguntarle a Ryan, ¿cómo te sentirías si eso ocurriese con WEBB? Ryan, this question is for you. Please get ready. I will not be politically correct. I don't know if you know a band called Simple Minds. They were known all over the world. For me, Simple Minds is my, I don't know how to say English fetiche, but I have all the records. I've been listening them since I was a child, and they were known all over the world thanks to a song composed for the soundtrack of the movie The Breakfast Club. But that song was not written by any of the members of the band. So how would you feel if this happened with WEBB?
Wow, that'll be interesting. First of all, somebody's got to come forward, and it's like working with us. So you would say somebody would send us a song and say, can you work on this, or this is a WEBB song? That's a tricky one, man. So I think it all depends on if we like the song, then if it fits the WEBB sound, then why not, right? It would be classed as a collaboration, I would say. And that is something we actually been approached in a different way, not for the whole song, but we've been approached or being asked to do things. But I don't think we actually moved forward with that because of time. It was in between writing the album. So you never know, man. It's anything. Well, if it comes across and if it's interesting, why not, right? Music is just music. And if it's cool, it sounds great. And if we have a good working relationship with the writer, then why not? But that dude whoever was writing it would have to deal with four of us. That is a lot to deal with. Especially me, man. I'm absolutely insane to work with.
Oh, well, thank you for your answer. I know it wasn't an easy question. Claro, a esta pregunta, yo entiendo que a a cualquier artista quizá un poco le tocaría la fibra, ¿no? Es decir, ¿qué ocurriría si una banda, si en el caso de WEBB diesen el salto internacional gracias a una canción no escrita por ellos? ¿Cómo se sentiría? Ha sido políticamente correcto en su respuesta, como no, y ha dicho que, bueno, habría que ver qué clase de cercanía tanto a la banda como a nivel compositivo, como a nivel letrístico, musical y demás, tendría esa canción junto con Webb, qué clase de trato habría entre ese compositor y Webb para ver si eso podría ser posible y demás. Un poco es la respuesta que nos ha dado, lo cual yo saco entre líneas algo muy importante, y es decir que no se dejarían vender, lo cual es importante. Mucha gente vendería su alma al diablo por llegar a triunfar, aunque sea con una canción que no sea suya, y esto es algo que no va a ocurrir en el caso de Webb. Ryan, thank you for your answer, because in these days we are living, many people would sell his soul to the devil for a deal, get on the top, on the mainstream, on all the radios and on MTV, for playing a song that is not mine, and for me it's important that that before not all the ways are right to get to an end. We can get from the point A to the point B on a straight line, or on a difficult a roller coaster line. And I think that you, Ryan, Luca, and all the band, I think that you prefer get the roller coaster than the straight line to get to an end. So I know it was a fucking question for my side. So the answer was right. Ricardo, vamos con otra antes de hacer un break.
Yo he de decir que no todos los que venden su alma al diablo lo hacen lo hacen con otras intenciones que no sean las de engrandecer su música. Lo hacía Robert Johnson, que vendía su alma para perfeccionar su forma de tocar la guitarra.
Gracias, Ricardo.
No todos los que vendían su alma al diablo.
Ricardo is saying that not all the musicians that sells his soul to the devil. ¿Qué más?
Que vendían su alma al diablo lo hacían para conseguir un éxito a costa de otras bandas.
Espera, repíteme otra vez.
Sí, que no todos los que vendían su alma al diablo lo hacían a costa de otras formaciones, sino que lo hacían para engrandecer su música.
I'm translating right now because it will be impossible for me to para que se note que estamos
en directo.
No todos los que hacían su alma al diablo lo hacían, que estamos quedando como el culo. Lo hacían para... Sí, pues ya termina, ya que estamos quedando mal.
Para aprovechándose de otras formaciones. Era simplemente un comentario, no es ninguna pregunta. Sino que lo hacían para...
Is Ricardo's comment that's this what is happening right now is that we don't have an script of our show. We are live and on all the sense. He was talking about Robert Johnson, that the legend said that he sold he sold his soul to the devil to become the best guitar player in history, and the legend says that he became the best guitar player, and the moment when the devil get to pay the rent, the devil era en forma de un hombre despechado, ¿no?
Sí.
The devil get Robert Johnson's soul on the in the
Erase the comment.
well, I
Can you
think
tell
Vamos a la
Ricardo,
pregunta.
if you ever come across the devil, can you send him over to me?
yeah, I think will be better. If you remember, I said before, I love to get into bashes. Well, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm getting into
I love
Vamos a la
bashes.
pregunta.
Maybe you'll
Go
teach me
into
how
the
to play
question.
one.
Ay, my
Go
God.
to the question.
Go into the
erase
question, Ricardo. Come
the
on.
commenter. Well, yo creo que es que este disco es imposible que se elaborase en un corto espacio de tiempo. Yo creo que ese disco viene desde hace mucho tiempo. ¿Cuándo se empezó a idear este Deadly Sins and Virtues?
Ricardo is asking about the beginning of composing and creating this album. When was the first idea? When was the moment you get the first idea to begin on working in this
I would
album?
have to say just before we released Hate, and that was a year and a bit ago.
Yeah.
Before that, we already had the idea of the album. The title of the album was ready way before that. And we initially had, saying 5 sins, 5 deadly sins, and 5 virtues. And it was my decision towards the end to kind of say 5 and 4 just to twist things up or something. We leave one as a pending sin or a virtue for another day. But yeah, it started a while ago, but the actual process of writing the whole album, it was done, I would say, in reality, it was done apart from Hate, everything else was done maybe 8 months. The
8
whole
months.
album, I would definitely say the last about 6 songs were like, give or take, took 4 months or 5 months, and then mixing it took me about a month and a bit, because I like to mix, do a rough mix and leave it, and then go back. So the writing actually was, to be honest, it was so quick that we, even though when I say the writing was quick, it's like when I have a riff that could have been written maybe 2 years ago, but I have like folders filled with riffs. So every other day or every 2, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, I come in here. Sometimes I don't even touch my guitar for like, say, today is the first day I've come in here since 6 days ago.
Whoa.
So when I want to write, if I have my headspace, like I want to create something, I will not touch my guitar for like 5 days. Like literally, I won't touch my guitar. So it gives me this kind of fresh mind, clear of any kind of distortion in my head. So the first day after the 5, 6 days of a break, but what I'm doing is during just sitting around with us watching movies or whatever, I like to create in my head without the guitar. So the riffs will be hummed on my iPad or whatever. So you got my Mac filled and my iPad filled with riffs from like years, and I go and revisit. And if it fits the project that we have in mind. So once Hate was released, we knew we want to make it technical and progressive and aggressive at the same time. Sounds so weird, progressive, aggressive. But anyhow, and that was the idea. I had a chat with the boys, with Sonia, and we wanted to make it heavy, even though I've never sang quite aggressively with that kind of aggression in my voice. So you can hear from You're Going Down. That was our drummer's idea to have that as the first song on the album. So you can hear me go, You're Going Down. So it comes up literally in your face. So I think four of us all had the same kind of vision. We wanted to make an impact, different sound, because I think we all had it in us that we have all these technical things in our head that we want to lay down. And it's one of those concept albums that we all agreed on doing. And I think once all of us are happy, we kind of shared it with our good friends that are very close to us before it was even released, and got a feedback from them, and and a few DJs and musicians that we have been close to us for a while, and just knowing that immediate feedback just gives us, okay, we are on something different, the right path, and making that decision comes across to getting reviews. Especially, we were thrilled getting reviews from Metal Hammer and all those kind of magazines, Power Play, Fireworks, you name it, ERB, and just not knowing when you're writing, it's like, okay, you've written an album. It's not knowing what others think about it. So that is the cool thing about knowing what everybody else thinks about it. You could write anything you want, but if it's not good, and you got to face the fact that somebody's going to write, they're going to listen to the album, they're going to write about it. And so far, the whole WEBB team is very happy from the feedback we've received. It's been, I would say, 100% positive for us. It's been cool. I know I changed the question a little bit, but I have to explain the whole thing in order for you to get a picture of how it all works in the web world.
Whoa, I think it was shorter the time to compose and write the album than this answer. Thank you for all these words. Le digo que creo que ha llevado menos tiempo componer y grabar el álbum que esta respuesta, a lo cual se lo tengo que agradecer. A la respuesta a la pregunta, Ricardo, unos 8 meses, más o menos, es el tiempo que ha llevado el componer y demás, que desde que lanzaron aquel single Hate, no tenían todavía decidido el título del álbum, si iban a ser, sabían que iba a ser un disco conceptual sobre pecados y virtudes, no sabía exactamente si iban a ser 4 pecados y 5 virtudes, 6 y 3, no lo tenían exactamente claro. durante todo esto, la respuesta ha ido evolucionando en la última parte, pues agradecer que todo el esfuerzo que ha llevado a hacer ese disco se ha visto recompensado en reviews de revistas tan importantes como Metal Hammer, ERB, entre muchas otras. Todo lo que han traído hasta ahora no han sido más que grandes y buenas sorpresas, a lo cual están agradecidos. So, guys, please let me connect again. We have only 1 minute left. You have been talking about the single Hate, the single we play here a lot of weeks and months ago, and we have been playing that song here so many times. We are listening to this song, Hate, because I have a question about this song and more questions about the album. So I'm sharing music with our listeners, and we are going back here live en la Zona Eléctrica. Volvemos en directo, nada, en un minutito, que nos vamos. Increíble este tema, este single Hate, que hace un año y pico ya estrenaban aquí en la Zona Eléctrica, lo cual tenemos que estar eternamente agradecidos por elegirnos para dar a conocer este single, lo que sería germen de este álbum, queridos amigos, Deadly Sins and Virtues, que ya tienes disponible en la web de WEBB. Echadle un vistazo, no os quiero decir nada, pero echadle un vistazo a los títulos de crédito, que a mí me hace especialmente ilusión que lo hagáis, que lo miréis. Ryan, Luca, we've been listening this song Hate. I have a question about this song that we've been listening here 1 year ago, and in that moment was a great song, and right now is an amazing song. I would like to talk about the bass line in this song in Hope, that is really fantastic. How do you have a dry, compact and so stylish line in all this song? But I would like to know, Luca, which song from Deadly Sins and Virtue do you like to play live the most?
Oh, good question. Yes, live is there. I always love to play live. Live is the time where we all get to really perform and enjoy the energy of the songs, share the songs with the crowd, and get the feedback, and in terms of the energy you get back from the crowd. But I generally think that the whole album is such a good fun to play live. Is a blast. All the gigs that we played since we had since all the gigs in general, but now with the Deadly Sins and Virtue songs added up to the set, it's just been such a good fun. It's such a good fun. Lots packed with energy, quite loud, heavy, as we like it.
I think Luca would like to play "Can't Break Me" for sure live. That is his favorite song. I think that is the most difficult song for us all. "Can't Break Me." It's like full of energy, and it's like a constant. Once we start, there's no stopping. It's full picking all the way through. And Luca and myself are always on the go. Same with Nigel as well. So "Can't Break Me" is like a challenge, I think, for all of us, to be honest. So.
Which is normally one of the latest songs on the set. So when we are very nice and tired, there we go. That lovely fast song to play. Getting used to it. We're getting used to it slowly. We'll get there.
Veo que son políticamente correctos y no se mojan. Quizá un poco Ryan se mojaba cuando decía Can't Break Me. Quizás la canción que más les puede gustar tocar en directo, que es muy enérgica, muy, muy fuerte. Y me gusta también la respuesta de Luca, ¿no? Es decir, que el poder llevar al directo cualquiera de las canciones del álbum es quizás lo que más les llena, porque es cuando puedes sentir realmente la energía del público, cuando estás en un concierto, con independencia del concierto que sea, es cuando realmente sientes ese feedback, ¿no? Cualquiera de las 9 canciones de este álbum en directo suenan y les hacen sentir realmente bien, y claro, no les ha costado mojarse en alguna de las preguntas. Ricardo, para ir creo que recapitulando, sí, aunque tengo todavía algún dardito que lanzar.
Yo recopilo ya con esta pregunta, y tengo también una petición para ellos. Mi pregunta es que si ese You're Going Down levantó mucha discusión cuando alguien propuso que fuera la primera canción.
Was harder to decide that you are going down was the first song in the album?
Not really. I think what we I'm I when I was what do you call doing the artwork for the
Mhm.
album. It's one of those things. I scattered the songs around. I think it initially started off with the first song was let me say. I think I put down "Stay Alive," the first song, and it was just a rough thing while I was doing the artwork, and then I sent it off to the boys, and Nigel suggested, "Why don't we have You're Going Down first?" And then I thought, okay, cool. Why don't we swip? So I think then that's when Stay Alive came at the end. We wanted a banger track at the end. And when I put Stay Alive first, it was Can't Break Me at the end. And then the shift from You're Going Down to the top brought Stay Alive at the bottom, and everything else shifted a little bit here and there. But I think putting that song first and Spread Your Wings, it just kind of worked. I think it all, it just worked out. That's why, as a band, we all work together. So we don't stick to, what I say go and that's it, that's final. I'm not a guy, personally, I write and I like making music. So I'm not too, what do you call, when it comes to putting down a playlist or a set list for example, a live gig or whatever. I don't care about those things. I leave it up to, if somebody thinks there is a pattern to having one song to the other, which comes first, then I leave it to, whoever's got that headspace for that. I That's one cool thing I don't have to worry about anymore. I either give it off to whether it's Nigel or Luca or all four of us deciding. I'm easy, man. I think if somebody likes the songs, for me, it's about writing all the songs to create an impact. If you want to listen to an album, you will listen from start to finish. And if it gives you an impact right from the start, then that is what do you call a good bonus point to just grab the attention of the listener right from the start. And of course, Nigel did a great job there.
I think Nigel is a good brain to think of a set list or the sequence of the songs. We always think thoroughly about, well, if we do this, then this comes next. We always think very thoroughly about it, and he's lucky to have one like him in the band.
Well, so let me translate, please. Al final, Ricardo, es Nigel de batería el responsable de todo esto, ¿no? Un poco hilando desde la última parte de la respuesta, porque incluso los setlists de los conciertos y demás es un poco Nigel el que propone, pues esta canción primero, esta después y demás. Y no hubo mucha discusión en cuanto al orden de las canciones, si poner una antes, otra después y demás. En definitiva, lo que buscaban es la forma en la que la gente debería escuchar un disco, que es de la primera canción a la última, y que desde la primera canción tengas un impacto, ¿no? Y sin duda con You're Going Down está claro que han conseguido ese impacto. Y así un poco se ha decidido el orden de las canciones. Ryan ahí un poco se abstiene. A él le gusta componer la parte de la música y ser más concienzudo quizás en esa parte, y prefiere dejar a otros que sean los que decidan pues este tipo de matices. Todo surgía un poco cuando empezaban a diseñar el fantástico artwork, este corazón ensangrentado metálico con forma de garra que ocupa la portada del disco. Y un poco Nigel era el responsable de esto. Guys, I must to say congratulations to Nigel for the order of the songs. That I really think here is another once again the roller coaster I was talking before. The reading of the album is amazing since the first song, when you say you are going down, and at the end you stay alive, no, passing for all the songs, how the rhythm goes up, goes down, not so much down. It goes up, and up. And somebody was telling here on a Facebook chat that night in Waisaten is great, and he's talking about You're Going Down. Rosa Suarez is saying that this last single is really addictive. I must be so agree with her. I would like to send one question to Sonia. This is curiosity, like when I was asking to Luca for his bass guitar. I would like to send Sonia this question, and she will answer when she can. I would like to know, or maybe Ryan, you can answer. What does she like the most repeat? What does she like to write the most? With a pen, with a PC, with a mobile, with a smartphone screen. Does she have something special to write the songs?
Well, for now, I think for all this while she's been writing, she's got her own little web diary, and that's what she's been writing on. But we are planning on getting her. So it very simply said pen and paper, right?
Oh, well.
So yeah, very simple, pen and paper, and then there's a lot of scribbles, and then she'll send me, she'll show it to me, and while she's humming around, while I send her the tracks with a lot of ahs and oohs and whatever, and she'll write it down, and as she's explaining the song, singing it, there'll be certain words where I'll say, oh, not good, or I'll just bring it over into the studio, which is everything is like literally plugged in. It takes me a few seconds just to, hold the mic up and just sing on it. It's done in 5 minutes rather than trying to explain something. And then she'll say, okay, sounds good. Or I will say, this word sounds weird for me to sing. There's a lot of words I hate singing, and that's always been a challenge for me and Sonia working together. But ever since Deadly Sins and Virtues, I think she's practically got like 99.9% of all the words I like singing. Especially if you're hitting like a big chorus, and if there is any weird kind of long words, it just sounds very gnarly or dorky, and it sounds small, and then I just have to take it off. It's like if you take songs like Give Me Hope, if it's a different word, it won't sound as big. So that is like a very quick explanation, because it's I think that is the highest I've ever sung on my own tracks. And that I'll have to blame Nigel for that, because I wrote that on, I think Luca remembers it. I wrote that song on drop C, and Nigel said, why don't we keep it the same, write it on drop D, as the same as every other web song. And then every live gig is like a challenge. So that is like the second song on every set to kind of release that immediate energy. Then I can forget about that song. So that's like massive chorus. So right now, going back to the original question, I was asking Sonia if she would prefer. I'm not sure if you heard something called this remarkable. It's a what do you call? It's like a digital notepad, which is pretty much like paper and pen. It's very thin, and it's well, it's remarkable, and that is a brand itself. Or something similar. There's all. I've come across another one called the Rocketbook Pro. It is yet again. It's like this special pen where once you write on this special paper, once you it's got like 40 pages. You spray a bit of water and you can wipe it off. So we can. We are well. Sonia and myself, we like to think we'll like to save the planet anywhere we can. So avoid using paper as much as we can, avoid using plastic. So we are all about recycling. So getting a notebook that is going to last for years without cutting down more trees. So write, scan it, send it to me, erase, and you reuse again. So there you go.
Wow. Papel y boli. Era un poco el resumen de la pregunta, porque estaba comentando un poco respecto a qué utiliza más para escribir, si boli, papel y demás. Y era la verdad que curioso un poco la forma que tienen ellos para trabajar, porque en el fondo, pues eso, ella lleva la parte compositiva de toda la letra y hay muchas veces que pues entiendo yo que ocurre, ¿no? Que escribes, que borras, que vuelves a escribir, tienes una idea, tienes otra, se la pasas. Muchas veces donde está Ryan en el estudio tienen todo enchufado, no tiene pues donde poner pues una tablet, etcétera. Y me hacía gracia, ¿no? Un poco en la última parte donde decía que claro, de tanto utilizar papel y boli, que se estaban cargando un montón de árboles, que querían hacerlo un poco más sostenible, ¿no? La forma de escribir y demás, y que se han hecho con un libro muy duro, un poco de escribir y borrar, y cuando tiene un boceto y demás, pues lo escanea, lo envía, y así pues un poco es la forma que tienen pues eso, de mezclar un poco las dos cosas, ¿no? Es decir, el papel y boli tradicional con las nuevas tecnologías. Aún así, a mí me gustaría indicarles que tengo un espacio para ellos en el libro de las cañas, en las cañas pendientes. I would like to say that here in La Zona Eléctrica we have an special book, a traditional book with paper and pen. It's a gift from a follower from us, Ana Maria. She was watching before, and she gave us our book of is the book of the pending drinks. Here we sing the name from the bands we have to meet one day, and have a drink with you. A beer drink, a whiskey drink, any drink, alcoholic drink, if it's possible. And
you speak my language now, man.
Yeah.
You speak my language.
Yeah, and
You'll definitely come to England.
well, it's so curious because our friends or give us gifts like this. Where we have a special page for web. the day we meet, you and Sonia and Luca and Nigel, you have to write here, and I will keep it like a treasure, because I don't know, in 2 years or in 20 years, an original writing from web will cost a lot of millions, you know. Anyway, if you send it to the cloud, who knows if in 20 years the cloud disappear, but the paper will stay. I don't know. A lot of friends from La Zona Eléctrica give us gifts like this, and I was talking about drink. Hold on a second, please.
You need to put a note in there says we love alcohol.
And
We love
another friend from La Zona Eléctrica give us a drink like this. This is an special. I will let it here. This is an special liqueur from Galicia. It's a coffee liqueur that is only for all the men. I can't drink it until.
for me, you mean?
We can drink that.
Need to introduce your friends to me, man. After this chat, introduce them to me.
Yeah,
I'm
but
old.
this has 40 and a lot of degrees of alcohol. If you are man enough, you can drink it. I don't know if I am man enough to drink this. Yes, with ice and cold, everything gets inside better. That's because. This I think is the best moment in the show, when we make it an schedule to have the opportunity to chat with you live after a gig. I don't know if we'll be here in Spain, there in UK, in Portugal or in France. No matter the place, we have to meet to have a good gig with you. Tell me, for I think for the last thing, what's for you your favorite scene?
My favorite thing.
Sing.
My favorite thing or my favorite? What are you talking about? It's a favorite.
Sing,
I don't
sing.
want to answer the wrong question if I think it's the wrong. Is it thing or favorite?
Sing.
Thing.
Sing. I think you understand. Sing, S-E-N. Your favorite
My favorite
sin.
sin. All right, I get you. I'm just playing with you, man. So my favorite sin is what I would say. What is my favorite sin, man? You got me right there. Every sin you can think of would be my favorite sin. So the worst thing you can think of, the worst sin, even if I haven't heard of it, that is my favorite sin. If it's on the album, oh man, that's gonna be crazy. My favorite sin on the album, Can't Break Me.
Wow.
If that is a sin, by the way. Oh, the favorite sin could be alcohol, with everything on the highest percentage ever, mixing with Jacks and bourbon every day, waking up with bourbon on the side. That could be my sin, to be honest. Yeah, I change it now. That is my sin. Bourbon on my side table when I wake up. Bad.
Change bourbon for coffee liqueur. I think is the best.
Bourbon's always bad. Bourbon with a good barbecue. Yes.
Oh. And Luca, for you?
I think Ricardo liked that. Ricardo liked the bourbon with a good barbecue. Mad.
I think that's the reason why we get on as a people. I think I'll go with Ryan. I always go with greed. Greed. I like to eat. I like to drink. So is that greed? Is it that greed?
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, so we like to eat, we like to drink. So yeah, that's my favorite scene, definitely.
I am agree with you. So our shirts are double XL, and that fit us well. Not and we love to eat and to drink, because it's the only thing that we are getting on a package to the other life. So guys, so please, Ricardo, ¿alguna última
No,
cuestión?
solo decir que la traducción esta de todo lo que estamos hablando en los últimos minutos será hecha la próxima semana.
Vale, que les decía, joder, es verdad, lo siento. Le preguntaba cuál es su pecado favorito. Empezaba entonces con la cosa, que si no te entendía la cosa, porque sin, a lo mejor el decir thing, sin y demás, pues a lo mejor podía llevar a un equívoco. Y claro, no había caído yo en el trampantojo. En definitiva, el pecado favorito de Ryan es el bourbon que tiene en la mesita de noche cuando se le levanta. Al final es su pecado. Y el de Luca, sin duda, la gula. Les encanta comer y beber, a lo cual he de decir que estoy de acuerdo, porque es lo que nos vamos a llevar al otro mundo. Yo le decía a Ryan que cambie el bourbon por el licor café, que es mucho mejor, más sano y tiene mucha más potencia, porque claro, los amigos de la Zona Eléctrica nos regalan por un lado el libro de las cañas pendientes que Ana María nos regaló en su momento, y lo tenemos aquí todas las semanas, y Juan Capadín, que nos regaló una botella de licor café solo para hombres, que es lo que decía un poco antes, solo para hombres mayores, porque vamos, hay que tener estómago para pegarle un chupito a esto, pero he de decir que frío y con hielo está muy rico. Así que no queremos hacer apología aquí de nada, pero al menos sí hacer apología de que hay que vivir bien, que la vida, ya sabéis que son 2 días. Una última
Y como
para...
apología, ya que estás como apologías, nada, pues recomendarle a nuestros oyentes escuchar este fantástico disco de WEBB, que es una auténtica delicia. Deadly Sins and Virtues es uno de los álbumes imprescindibles en este 2023.
I am agree with Ricardo's last question. Definitely, this album is one of the most impressive albums in this year. Deadly Sins and Virtues. We must recommend it to all our listeners, and our listeners must recommend it to their friends, to their families, and all the people. With this album and even with WEBB's music, you can find the not the opportunity, but yes, this sensation when you are walking through a museum and you see a work of art in passing, and in that moment you turn your head and you see that work of art, and you see in that moment that is a masterpiece. I have this sensation with this album since the first song, You're Going Down, until Stay Alive. We can get a lot of good message in this album. I love to listening to all the reflections we find on the lyrics in this album. I love the speed you can find in songs like You Can Break Me, in that master cover of Nights in White Satin. I really fell in love with 2 songs. One is Spread Your Wings. I don't know if it's one of your favorite songs. For me, it's awesome and amazing, and the most important is that I really think that every people who listening to this album will get one favorite song from this work. So, Ryan, Luca, thank you for your time. So please give a very big hug to Nigel and to Sonja. They can't be here with us in this occasion, but we will meet in another place. I am sure. Sonia, please get well. We want to talk with you next time. So once again, guys, thank you for your time. Congratulations for the result of this album. And you know that the doors from La Zona Eléctrica will always be open for you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. You guys are awesome. La Zona Electronica, and we can't thank you enough for all the support you've been giving us through the years. So hope to see you guys soon, probably in Spain one day, very soon.
I get your words. So Ryan, Luca, thank you. We're still listening to this album. There's another song that is amazing. I have the doubt what song to listen right now. We are not listening "Can't Break Me." We are listening the song that closed this album, because we are still here, and like rock music, like the good music, and like WEBB's music, we stay alive. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, guys. Great to meet you.